ready to go in New Orleans. Doug Shouse tips it up. Memphis controls with Colby Rogers off to Tyrese Hunter. And away we go. Tulane in its matchup zone, squaring off with the Tigers. 16-4 overall, 6-1 in the American like we showed you. 3-game winning streak, and they have won 7 of 8. And here is Dane Danger. Back-to-back starts on the reverse.
And a lot of it's going to come down to Danger because of the zone. If you want to see what the zone does and how they rotate to the basketball, throw it inside. And the more you score, the more you're able to pick up and pressure early.
Tulane gets its first possession. Rowan Brumbaugh, 7 in the white, is the point guard. Transfer who's played in Texas and Georgetown. His former teammate, Tyrese Hunter, the pick, dropped it off to P.J. Haggerty. Showed you 4 of the 5 starters, and Nick Jourdain, the lone returning scholarship player from last year's Memphis team. Here is Danger, working on the freshman Cam Williams, a size advantage, and Danger's got nifty footwork as well.
I think you're going to have to, but you've got to commit to it. You can't fake double.
Brumbaugh dropped it off for Asher Woods, the junior from Atlanta, on the baseline drive. Got the roll to start the scoring about 3 minutes in. Got his own miss, and then lost the handle. Brumbaugh at the controls, the second leading scorer for Tulane, with a nice no-look for Greg Glenn.
Simply on the defensive end, so ball fakes are going to be key.
They've been one of the best defensive teams in the American all season. Haggerty pulls up in the mid-range.
Yeah, how many times?
Deep, and the rebound to Rogers. Memphis with it up by 4 the first 4+ minutes. Hunter trying to put his name in that category as well. Couldn't stick it. Banks lays it in.
Themselves. Ricky Bobby, I couldn't think of it.
Just say really thin pancake.
Unbelievable.
Brumbaugh on a baseline drive, kicks for Asher Woods, knocks it down.
For a young group, this Tulane team really plays well together. They have good body language, they communicate very well, and they're not all young in age, but they're young together, and it takes time to figure out how one another wants to play. That's just going to be too easy.
Again for Dane on Haggerty, poked away. Dante Harris, the midseason transfer, the lob, Cisse the catch, came down with it and scores anyway.
Yeah, that's been Cisse's issue.
Like P.J. Carter, the trailer, spins it out, and the loose ball secured by Asher Woods.
Tulane's going to have to be really physical, rebounding the basketball on the defensive end.
Brumbaugh buries it for a lot of this season. Percy Daniels gives it off to Asher Woods, junior from Atlanta. Step back into the starting lineup on New Year's Eve and has been a key cog for the Green Wave. Caleb Banks, the Indiana transfer, is the top scorer and rebounder, and he's got his second bucket.
I didn't have flummoxed on my bingo card.
Do you approve?
Yeah, I do. That's great. Great word.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know what it means, but it's a great word.
Out of the corner, it's a triple for P.J. Carter.
Now, if Memphis can make threes, that's a game changer. It's going to...
And we've seen it again in some spurts here in this first chunk of the first half. Danger on the bench right now. Cisse and Jourdain in there. Rowan Brumbaugh buries the 3 right in front of P.J. Carter.
It's one thing you...
Like it. Tulane at 11-9 overall, 5-2 in the American. And underneath, Cam Williams, the freshman, missed it from in close. Hunter the lob, Cisse the flush.
All right, that's what Cisse needs to do. And part of that is shot preparation.
Danger back in with Cisse, you saw on the bench.
Well, the key is that they don't slow the game. They have to continue to learn how to get out of the way at times to create space for their guards.
Brumbaugh with the shot clock winding down.
This matchup is both teams are just playing. There's not a ton of operation, and typically I would say that with a bit of disdain, but the reality is the way both teams play on the defensive side, you've just got to be able to adjust and play.
Tyrese Hunter buries the triple.
It's not like he transferred or left that. They ran him out of town. They didn't want him there. It's hilarious.
And they had some great years.
They did have great years.
Brumbaugh's up to 11 to lead all scorers.
I would say
Jordan, the Georgia transfer, driving on Danger, and back out for Greg Glenn. Brumbaugh backdoor pass Rogers for 2 more.
Brumbaugh really sold it.
Glenn behind the back. Williams joins off the shot fake. Cam Williams with a floater. No. Ringgold the offensive rebound. And Tulane's bringing the juice.
Yes, there we go.
You
You're
did
welcome.
in many ways. Back here in New Orleans, 6-point Tulane lead. Memphis number 19 in the country. They move it, and on the perimeter, a triple falls for P.J. Carter.
Yeah, that's got to feel real.
5 of the 18 rebounds that he's got for Memphis. Haggerty to key it in. He's out there with Jourdain, Hunter, Danger, and Carter, and a nice finish by Nick Jourdain.
This Memphis team disrupting the rhythm by just getting back and playing half-court defense.
Danger got up to a fast start. He's been quiet since, and the blow-by on Banks. It's been a 7-0 run, but spread out over the last 3 minutes. Greg Glenn initiates. Back to Cam Williams. Too strong. And the loose ball to Haggerty. 4 seconds to work. Haggerty with a burst. Haggerty on the move. Got it to go. P.J. Haggerty just had
Got it to go. I mean, this is a great finish for Memphis, who really struggled from like about the 15-minute mark to like the 5-minute mark. I think the more remarkable thing is the fact that ultimately you got to figure out and play the game that you can win.
We'll see how they fare here in the second half. Getting a look at Memphis. Again, 2 of the top 4 teams in the standings in the American. Tyrese Hunter got toward the elbow, only his 2nd bucket.
Good ball movement, good pump fake. You've got to pump fake and ball fake and head fake and whatever fake you got against zones. You got to move the defense one way or another.
Williams, baseline cut, got his own miss, and Cam Williams has his first points.
Both teams play in this zone, so it just feels like this second half is going to be a bit of a grind.
Danger on the block with 2 more.
From Memphis, I'd be careful with
Big block by Danger on the step through from Caleb Banks. He'll try it again, banging with Danger, who just stood him up.
He ran into a wall.
Banks down low, scores over Jourdain that time.
Been in the NBA too.
All right, that settles it. Down the lane, Hunter got fouled, and lo and behold, John
Yeah,
Crispin.
finally got a free throw.
These are free throws.
But
It really is.
like 5 times a game.
Hunter misses.
Season where he had the most freedom and a decent level of responsibility. Misses 2.
Off attacking Jourdain. Hunter right down the lane. And the follow not there for Cisse. Banks pushes. Lobs up top. Maury Jordan. Woods moves it. And now Banks with Daniels calling for it with a mismatch with Hunter. Good catch by Daniels underneath. No.
It's just been, it has been physical.
Banks lost it, got it back underneath. Banging with Jourdain, plus a foul.
Call fouls when you're in position. You really have to earn the foul if the defender's there.
3 attempted free throws, and the first make comes from Caleb Banks to stamp that 3-point play. Danger kicked it out. P.J. Carter sinks the 3.
See, I like P.J. Carter's eagerness, not even willingness.
Now rolling with Danger, Jourdain, Haggerty, Hunter, and Carter. And on the block, it's Maury Jordan, who had it roll off. Memphis with numbers. Hunter at the controls. Jourdain for Danger on the block.
And Memphis has to capitalize.
A dozen seconds into this possession. Just face guarding from P.J. Carter. 7 in the blue, top of your screen. Brumbaugh is barking over at his bench and his teammates as well. So it's Maury Jordan instead with a tough turnaround, and he got bailed out by a Danger.
Sacrifice yourself. create space on the floor, play 4-on-4 basketball, that's advantage. But as a much older person, I can tell you, the defensive play by Banks to just hold his ground and then time his jump.
Brumbaugh got fouled by Jourdain. And that's 4 on Nick Jourdain. Jourdain talking things over with Doug Shows. As Brumbaugh's good. Jourdain will, because he's sidelined here. We'll see when he's able to come back in. As Brumbaugh makes both, the lead is 4 for the Green Wave. Penny Hardaway rolling with Haggerty, Hunter, Danger, Carter, and Rogers back in. Carter shot ready again.
It's going to be there. You can't cover anything.
4 out of 5.
Yep.
Here's Brumbaugh with a step on Hunter and then threw it away toward Glenn. Haggerty's running the floor. Haggerty high off the glass. Danger cleans it up.
You just feel like Memphis is going to.
Green with a fake. And now Caleb Banks gets Danger switched onto him. Bounces for Glenn on the reverse, and then Glenn lost his footing. He's all right, but they're going to clean things up.
Can do what? They have certainly adjusted well. I think they're a good basketball team.
Ron Hunter told us today he's had to be way more patient with this team. Dane Danger draws a foul.
And with contest, I think that's all you can ask for.
Dane Danger hits the free throw. Darkness out there. It could be anything. Could be 6 p.m.
What's the weather while you're at it? Man, at least for now.
After living in zone.
Just don't ask me why.
Banks.
Yeah, it's so funny. I saw it happening. I saw a miscommunication, and that's why I specifically said, don't ask me why.
It'll be zone next possession.
You have to communicate. You're switching or not. Whatever you're doing, you have to communicate. They lost sight of that.
Here's Carter on the baseline, forced it through for Haggerty, and now Rogers. Another Duke, Arkansas, Kentucky, and that follows College game day before Carolina Duke tips at 6:30 p.m. Rogers hits another. Much needed answer wouldn't go, but the offensive rebound from Ringgold, and he backs it out for Glenn. Brumbaugh tries again. Can't hit, but got fouled. Boy, he gets fouled a ton. He's been fouled on a 3. Former ESPN 100 recruit who was starter for a majority of the year, and now here in New Orleans.
Their high school and then personal life. Now it's like last year at so-and-so, the year before that someplace else.
Fifth-year senior at his 3rd stop. Part of a Memphis team up by 3. Inside of 8 to go here in New Orleans. Williams couldn't tie it, and then Banks draws a foul by being for the program.
Here we go.
ESPN 100 didn't play a whole lot, so he's showing empty. Glenn nearly a carry. Banks running the floor. He attacks and got fouled.
Ron Hunter's on the floor.
And back up with a smile, thankfully.
I mean, that was like a little rerun of the NCAA tournament.
Banks back to the line, and this is another.
You want to talk about wearing it on your sleeve. He does that. Oh, Lord.
Green Wave zone. Here is Haggerty. To the corner, Carter. Around and out, and he gets the loose ball. Carter attacks on Brumbaugh and scores. Muscling in over Brumbaugh. He's picked up 3 fouls in like the last 6-7 minutes or so.
There was no way they didn't call that. And it was a little bit late.
Who's going to blow the whistle? Here's Danger, now matched up with Daniels. What a pass on a great cut from Hunter.
A great find from Dane Danger, starting with the fact that he got maintained position, read the defense, and Tyrese Hunter found the open spot.
You get any DJ Burns vibes from Dane Danger?
Well, you know, he is the other dancing bear, so yes. I feel like that's not fair, though.
Different players. And Danger commits a foul on Percy.
But yeah, he was known as the dancing bear in Illinois, too. 50?
I was going to say 250 is a cutoff. 240 does not get it done.
But like a, not a sculpted 250.
Yeah. Carter, off the shot fake. Daniels went straight up. Danger got fouled. It is a heavy dose of Dane Danger.
I just think that
Danger's a much improved free throw shooter this year.
I had to say it.
Splits. 1 of 2. Shot. And no foul. Haggerty ahead of the pack. It's Hunter. Lob. Cisse was too tight to the rim. And then Danger commits his 4th foul with 5:09 to go. And
to really pull that one together. With all due respect, of course.
56-51, the Memphis lead with 5 lead. Inside of 5 minutes to go in this second half. Shot clock approaching 10 for the Tigers. Carter on the drive, had it blocked by Banks. Green Wave with it, down 5. Banks on the step through. 56-53. That didn't quite sit well with the Tigers. Tyrese Hunter behind the back, approaching 4 minutes to go. Rogers with Banks draped on him, had the hoist, buries it. Colby Rogers had been 0 for 7 from the floor. He's got 3 triples since. Banks on the baseline drive, got fouled. Nearly had a chance at 3.
You did own, because it gets that defense to flatten to the point where you can attack from the corner, get into the paint.
Really good.
Yeah.
19 against UConn, a win. 22 against Clemson, an overtime win. Haggerty is in the corner on the right, top of your screen. Only 6 points on 3 of 11 shooting for the nation's 2nd leading scorer. Danger with a fake on Jordan, and Danger muscles in for 2.
There's no answer for that.
Williams for Brumbaugh. A step on Hunter. Floater wouldn't go, and then Hunter soars for the rebound. And Hunter will slow it down to P.J. Haggerty.
So Carter's running the baseline. I love the idea of maybe P.J. in one corner and Carter on the opposite. You can't cover all that space, and it probably gets P.J. Haggerty to the free throw line.
Rogers hits another. Perhaps a 2nd dagger from Colby Rogers. Brumbaugh, no. Danger clears it. The lead is 10 for Memphis in the final 2 minutes.
It's about the 4-minute mark we were talking about. It felt different. And it has just kind of spiraled a bit for Tulane, and Memphis has really fed off of it. The Colby Rogers threes at the end of the clock, though, those are just killers.
Part of 9 Memphis threes, 39% from long range for one of the best deep shooting teams in the country. And then Haggerty gets fouled. Late shot clock soaking all that time off instead of filter. Exit, I think you had already used that, though.
Got annihilated for that. I also said earlier on in my time here I said Gonzaga. Oh my gosh. You would think I stole a firstborn. Like, it was unbelievable.
Direct all complaints to Crispin.
I can't even pronounce water correctly. I say water. What do you want me to do? No, it's just water.
Glenn lost it. And
establish the game in a way that you can win it, and then play that game.
Banks the miss. And pop back out. Danger tapped it up. Jordan came down with it, lays it in with the left hand with 1:04 to go.
It's not about what we can do to beat Memphis. It's what we can do to help Memphis beat themselves. And it sounds cute and funny, but that's the reality. Memphis is really talented. They're deep that help Memphis beat themselves. Good luck figuring that one out.
In the end, tonight,
they're allowing you to move the basketball where they're comfortable with you moving the basketball.
Final minute. Colby Rogers made both free throws. He's got 14 in this game. Mari Jordan too strong. Danger security for Memphis. Penny has said he stays angry.
Right? It doesn't take much to lose what you found. And I feel like with this group, he feels good about the group he's assembled. I think roster creation is going to be the most important thing going forward for all teams.
That's something Ron Hunter said to Penny Hardaway today. They embraced between their respective shoot-arounds. Ron Hunter said to Penny, this is your best coaching job in 7 years. Why, we asked Ron Hunter. He said, because he's not doing it as an AAU team. He has built this program this year with a team high on culture.
Well, you can coach a team, or you can create and develop and sustain and maintain a program and create an identity that becomes sustainable. I think he's done that. And how about the job Ron Hunter's done with such a young, new group to one another? I really enjoyed this game, and a lot of that's been because of the play at Tulane.
But Memphis comes here to New Orleans and wins in this building for the first time since 2020. Penny Hardaway's team takes it 68-56. They have won 4 in a row. They are 7-1 in the American and back into a tie for first.
I think it was a good performance, a good fight by Memphis. Wasn't perfect, wasn't clean, but they can win games in a variety of ways. They showed us that tonight.
Enjoyed it as well, my friend. For
My
John
pleasure.
Crispin and our entire crew behind the scenes, Mike Monaco saying so long. Final score, Memphis wins it 68-56.